Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at Red Hills Toyota for something that I've never reviewed before, pickup trucks. And today I'm reviewing the most expensive pickup truck that Toyota sells. This is the Toyota Tundra and this is a special edition. So let me show you everything you need to know about this car. So, Toyota. As you know, Toyota is a Japanese manufacturer that are building cars more than a decade. I talked about Toyota's history in my previous two reviews in my Bangla channel and my English channel. So let's not get to that boring part. Let's get to the Toyota Tacoma. The Tacoma was first released at 1999. This car was mainly focused for the United States, no other countries. Because except the United States in 2000s, pickup truck wasn't as popular. So that's why it was only a model that was produced in the United States and was sold in the United States. And then after the first generation was popular, they started introducing it to other countries like North America, some European countries, the Middle East. And now this is one of the most popular pickup trucks in the world. The competitor of the Toyota Tundra is the big boys from other manufacturers like the Ford F-150, the Ram, and the other models like not the Raptor or the TRX, but it has to go with the F-150 and the Ram 2500 or 1500. It depends on which model it goes with. But the Toyota Tundra comes with reliability and the same performance that the American boys give. So let me show you about this car. This is a 2022 model. This is a pre-owned version. Why did I review this? This is actually a special edition. So now let me talk about what is so special about this Tundra that isn't about any other Tundras. So the Tundra gets a lot of different models, a lot of different trims, but this is the highest trim, or you can say the most expensive trim. That's why I'm reviewing a pre-owned instead of a new one. You can see that is a normal Tundra. So that's basically the same thing except the interior and some cool features. This is the 1794 edition. This was a special edition introduced at 2020 and it was discontinued at 2020. This is a very rare car, you can't see it everywhere, but it has some additional features like in the inside, the outside, and some badgings. We're going to talk more about what 1794 is, but let me show you the car's front first. The key is pretty much same as every single Toyota car. You have the lock, you have the unlock, you have the trunk opening, you have the Toyota logo, and you have the panic button. Let's get inside and let's turn on the full LED lights of the Toyota Tundra. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and the car turns on. So this is with the full lights. I'm going to turn the fog lights on, and then I'm going to also turn on the car's hazards. So this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam, and now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the full headlights. The car just got a cold start, that's why it's a bit more louder. As it's a pickup, it needs big headlights because it needs a lot of power at night. You have 4 projector setups. 2 are the main headlights, 2 are the main high beams. You have chrome treatments on the top, you have the daytime running lights, you have the hazards, you have opening here so it can ventilate the engine. Overall, it's a very cool looking lights. From the headlights, you have the massive grille. The entire grille has chrome accents and a bit of black accents. It says Tundra on the bottom. You have the Toyota logo here, you have the front camera here, as you can see for the surround view camera. And then if we go below that, you have Tundra written here and your fog lights are placed up here. What is this? A lot of people can say, when you're towing a car, you need more extra lights. So that's why there's an electric section here. So if you want to connect more lights, you can do that from here. You have parking sensors at the front. It has a very cool, nice off-road chin, so it can actually, do some off-roading. And overall, the front of the car is pretty nice. The front is pretty much same as the normal Tundra, but if you see the normal Tundra, the grille is different. It's not as different, but it's a bit different as if you can see it closely. And that's pretty much it for the front. The hood has very aggressive lines. It looks big and it looks massive. The entire front of the car has been PPF, so the rock chips that you can see doesn't matter. But overall, the front of this car is really nice. It also has rain sensing wipers, so that's a cool feature too. Now let's talk about the powertrain of the Toyota Tundra. So for opening the hood, there is a button located on the car's driver's side. As it's a Toyota, there's a big button and it sounds kind of weird when you open the hood. It sounds like a cheap car, but it isn't. So for opening the hood, there is a button located here. It's just I get confused whenever I open it, but hydraulic struts are there, so that's nice. Before Toyota engineered the LC300's engine, it was in this car. This is a 3.5, but it's actually a 3.4. So it's a 3.4 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine. So it's giving you more fuel efficient way of driving a pickup that's not American. This car is producing 379 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty good for this engine. It's a twin turbo V6. You have the big intake here, you have the car's fuse box here, you have the car's battery on the other side. You have two intakes because there's two turbos. Overall, very nice looking engine. You have insulation on the top. It's obviously not going to be as a German because it isn't, and Toyota doesn't want to be. So that's why. But let's close the hood closer, and there we go. So now let's come to actual pickup information. This car can tow until 5,000 pounds with the rear trailer hitch. So that's a big feature for the off-road cars because they tow a lot. It can go underwater until here. If you don't have the exterior extra vent for breathing the car, it can go until here. So it's pretty good for wading depth as well. So it can actually go deep down off-roading. If you guys quickly come to the car's side, you guys can see there are some features that this car has that the other models don't get. First of all, the car is raised. It doesn't have air suspension. It's just extra raised because it's designed as an off-road vehicle. If we come to the car's wheels, the 1794 edition gets some different wheels. These wheels are 265, 60s are 20s. You have 6% brakes at the front, and you have strut suspension with coil springs, but it is engineered to be a more smoother ride than normal cars. You have painted side panels. It's a different color, and every single pickup gets massive mirrors because you have to see behind. So that's why you can see it's more extended and more bigger, and you have the hazard light on the sides. You have chrome trimmings on the window trims, and obviously you have chrome trimmings here. You have a fixed side step, and this is where you can see you have some special editions. So it says Star 1794 edition. We're gonna go at the inside and talk about that because there's some more badging and people can't forget what edition this is. If we come a little more behind, we can come to the car's rear wheels. Rear wheels are same as the front because this is a four-wheel drive system, and you guys can see the rear suspension is a connected suspension. And it's overall a pretty decent looking powertrain from Toyota. They made something that's giving you the same amount of features as a F-150, and it's giving you reliability and fuel economy at the same time. Now, let me show you the car's rear, where the car is the most interesting part as a pickup. So, the Tundra's rear, you guys can see there's the branding is right there, and then the Toyota badge is up there. Let's start from the bottom section and then go to the top. First of all, you have a good looking rear end. You have some chrome bits, you have some lights because it needs it at night. That's the towing hinge where you can tow everything. You can even tow another, big caravans behind you, so you can live out of your car. And then you can see the number plate slot, and obviously if you need to tow something, you need power treatments to put brake lights on the other car. That's why you have two. So you have one right here, that's for all your brake and stuff, and you have one for here, that's for your lights and stuff. So you can have both powers connected from your Tundra. You can see 4x4 badging on the other side. And then if you come closer, there is a light here. So when you open the hinge, you can see where you're stepping. And the Toyota badge is there. And then if you press this button, and there's a camera here, by the way, that's the reversing camera. If you press this button, it automatically, it hydraulically stops it. It says Tundra here as well. And you have a big bed. This is a 6.5 feet bed. So you can actually have more stuff in this car than the normal Tundra because this has a bigger bed. If you can see on the normal Tundra, it has a much more smaller rear end because that doesn't have a 6.5 feet bed. This does. You can see you have light placements on the other side. You can easily get up this, you can easily come out, and then you have some more lights on the top. So especially if this car goes to Bangladesh, it's going to be treated as a security car. So you can put chairs and stuff, and then like guns and stuff, it can be very useful. For closing this, I have to unfortunately get this up, but before we do that, if you guys come here, there is another electric socket here that you can use for anything, and that's an actual plug. And then you have hooks all around, and then you have light placements as well. Now for getting it up, it's a bit heavy, but does the work. If you guys come a little closer, there are more lights there, and there's two cameras. One is for looking at the bed, and one is for your digital rear view mirror. And then you have light placements everywhere. The rear windshield is not that big, but it's big enough. I'm going to get inside to turn the rear. That's only conducted in America. That's why it has only one tail light, and the hazards are red, so that's a cool thing. We don't want yellow hazards either. It's boring. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button. The car turns on. So this is what the car's hazards, and this is what the reverse. So if I now turn the hazard, one side's hazard, you can actually see how it blinks instead of being actual yellow light. So you can see this side the hazard's on, that's why it's blinking, and it does the animation too, because it's only produced in North America. And then if you come there, you can see you have the actual tail lights just on. Pretty nice looking, not bad. And now we're pretty much done with the back, so let's come to the rear seats. The rear doors open completely 90 degree, and let's get inside and show you guys the interior of the Tundra. Getting inside, it is very roomy, so you can actually fit 3 people comfortably at the back with a nice view at the back. So yeah, it's pretty nice. You have peasant blockers obviously, and you can take them off from here as well. So there we go. But the coolest thing is, look at the interior color. It's brown, the seats are heated and ventilated. You have ISOFIX anchor points as well for a child seat. You have an armrest as well. But why do we buy SUVs instead of pickups like this? But no one even knew pickups had this much feature. Like if you come here, you have ventilated seats at the back and heated seats. You have a power outlet for charging your laptop. You have 2 USBs, so one is a USB-C, one is a USB to charge your mobile devices. You have 2 cup holders with AC vents on either side. And overall, it's really comfortable sitting in the back. You can see the more 1794 edition comes here, so the star and the 1794 Tundra written. You have very nice quilting. Even the floor mats are in brown. So just imagine how much technology and how much amount of feature this car should have. The doors are pretty nice. You have complete brown and black contrast all the way with white stitching in both. And then you have a little more darker brown here with your grab handle. This is your window opener. The window completely goes down, so that's nice. And it's a one touch. You have the wooden treatment here. You have a little storage, cup holders, and your JBL speakers. And this metal thing actually doesn't feel like it's gonna break. It's actually like the fitment. But if we before we close this, the fuel tank is very visible. If the car's locked, the car's unlocked, you can still fill up and open this. Let's get inside now. The car does get keyless entry as well. Now we are inside. Look at the dash. Everything, the build quality, everything is so nice. You have the wooden treatment with the 1794 edition badge. Then you have the brown leather on the top. This feels like it's a duffel bag. You have a lockable glove box with decent amount of room. The floor mats also get that. And then if you come back up, you can see the SRS airbag and the JBL tweeters. And then just look how massive the AC vents are for either side. So you can get cooled in a bit. Seats are ventilated and heated. Massaging feature should have been added. The headrests are very soft and cushiony, and it's nice. The seat controls are fully powered for both of the sides. So you have fully automatic and you have lumbar support too. So that's nice. And for the panoramic roof, I can open the blind with this, and yes, it does get a panoramic sunroof. I don't know if every single Toyota or every single Toyota SUV except the CHR gets a panoramic roof. And the front portion actually opens up. It's really nice. Damn. You know what? Toyota is actually better, and look how massively it opens. Toyota is actually better than Honda. I don't know why. I was wrong. And then for closing the blind, I can do that from here. I'm just doing it because it's way too sunny today. But if you come to the car's center console or this, first of all, if you get this up, you have a little snack storage, or you can put change, whatever you want, and they can close that. You have the wooden treatment with the leather, and then if you press this or this button, you can lift this trim up, and then you have this massive storage. I don't know what these are for. I mean, I think bullets or something. You have another cup holder here with massive storage and two USB, one USB-C type and one USB. And this is actually extendable, so you can open this from here and access that, or you can have this closed. That's nice. And then if I quickly get my sunglasses out of the way, I can press this, and then you have your cup holders that's visible. And this entire trim is this real wood. That's nice. And then you have the gear knob, very big, very sturdy. And when you put it on reverse, you have a very good quality reversing camera. And then you can put it in park or drive or manually up shift and downshift. It's nice. You have a wireless charger back there that's charging my phone. You have a parking brake button here and your brake hold button here. And now let me show you all of the car's technology and stuff. But before that, you have the swivel wheel for your drive mode selectors. So you can move this for the different drive modes. So I'm going to leave it on sport because why not. And then you have all the low range modes here. So you can press this and get this back. Now let's come and show you all of the car's digital instrument systems and clusters. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then your full digital instrument cluster and infotainment system turns on. Look how massive the screen is. This is the 14.3-inch full digital infotainment system, and it actually looks like more than it looks like a small size computer. So that's for your profile, so you can make your own profile. So this is your navigation. For navigation from Toyota, that's 2021 plus, you need to pay a subscription or you can't use it. I mean, at least you can use it with a subscription because Honda doesn't even have that. But Honda does have navigation, but it's Google introduced to them. And then you have audio where you can connect your Bluetooth. Then you have your contacts and phones. Then you have your vehicle settings where you can go back. And then you can look at the trip information. That's it. So if you go on trip information, you can see how much the average speed was after this car was ridden. So it was 0 because this car has been sitting. Then the total range, what the fuel it has, the trip timer, so how much minutes has it been for the car it's on and stuff. And then you can see the history as well. So it's giving 18.5 liters per 100 kilometers. And this car was driving heavily, that's why. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. And then if you go on settings, you can make your own profile. You can make your Bluetooth settings. You can control the general settings, your notifications, Wi-Fi, displays. You can control the sound system, vehicle customization, so all the lights and climate. And then you can also contact the dealer right from the car's infotainment. If you go back to home and if I show you the car's cameras, so this is the 360 degree, right? So it's very nice, it's very good. It's not as good quality as you guys can see on other manufacturers, but it's okay. But when you turn the reversing camera on, you have a lot of customization from here. So this is for the back. You can turn it off for the rear adaptive guidelines, or you can turn it on however you want. So this is one, and this is one. And then you can also turn this off. So that's the line, that how much amount of trailer space you have. And then this is for turning off the wide view camera instead of the 360 there. This is for the bed, so you guys can see if anything's falling down or not. This is for the sides, for the back sides, and this is for the front sides. This is for the front camera, and this is for the back camera. So you can always have it like this, and you can drive and always see it behind you. That's nice, not bad. And the infotainment is very useful because it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you don't even need to use their displays. And it's from JBL. This is your volume knob here, and then you have heated and ventilating seats for the front. This is for AC off, front and rear windshield heater, AC on. This is no outside air coming inside, and this is if you want the outside air. Same for the other side, you have a USB here, and then you have climate controls on either side, and you can sync it if you want, and this is for the wind speed. And overall, it's nice, it's not bad. If we go up, you have a digital rear view mirror with your garage openers integrated, and you can also control the brightness from here, and you can also control your home link, so it's completely digital, and it's going to show you how to do that as well. Or you can have your analog one, whichever you want. And then you have a sunglass holder here. You have two light placements on either side, and then you have this, so when the doors open, the light's not going to turn on, but if you want the lights to turn on, you can just press that button. Pretty cool, pretty nice. The steering wheel is fully leather strapped, and it is tilt and telescopic, so that's cool. So you can adjust it however you want. And then you have the car's headlight controls and high beam. Quality isn't the best, And then you have the car's windshield wiper controls, and let's just quickly check out the blast. Not bad. And now let me show you the steering. So you have some buttons here for all of your cruise controls and for controlling the car's radio or something, and then you have two buttons here for your car's instrument cluster, and the rest are for your volume and voice commands. And then you have the airbag placement right here, and the horn should sound pretty good. Let me show you the car's infotainment system that we are done. Now let me show you guys the instrument cluster. So let me show you the full digital instrument cluster of this car now. It is a 12.3 inch and it does a nice animation whenever you turn the car on. So you can see right there. And then for turning it on completely, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and there it turns on. It is very nice how everything is. It is fully digital and it's not similar to other manufacturers or other Toyota vehicles. So first of all, you have this display that you can control with the buttons from here. So you can have your warnings that this car doesn't have. By the way, this is a certified pre-owned. And then you have all your settings for your safety systems that you can turn off and turn on. And then you can go to the trip information. You can look at the tire pressure monitor. You can have the car's trailer, so how much amount of weight did it gain. And this is for your parking sensors. Then you have your audio, you have your navigation where your compass is going to come. Then you have your trip data for your fuel economy and your eco score. So I'm going to leave it until here and just quickly reset that. And it's going to also show you the range that it's going to give with the fuel it has. That's the kilometer this car has run, that's the engine oil temperature, and that's for the car's battery voltage. In this side you have another display that you can control with the buttons from the other side, or you could just have it as that, whichever one you would want. But it's cool, it's nice. You have the G-force meter for the boost gauge, and then you have the car's speed in the middle with the car's digital speed there, and that's pretty much it. When you change the driving mode, so this is sports mode right here, you have normal or you have eco. Whichever you do, it doesn't change completely, it just shows you the drive modes. That's pretty much it. And then if you go up, you can see the car's heads-up display that actually looks decent. And then you can see you can't configure that as much, but it's kind of nice how everything works with this car. Now let's come to the car's door. So first of all, you have the defogger up there. Then look at this massive AC vent that's bigger than my hand. And then you have the wooden treatment with the leather. Then if you come here, this is for your camera off and on. This is for auto headlights, auto start stop off and on. This is for the brightness of the instrument cluster. This is for controlling the instrument cluster. And then you have the steering heater, your AC 120 volt. This is for the lights to turn on beside the car's rear view mirrors for either side, and you can also extend it. So if I just quickly do that, and then if I come back to that, you can see you have the buttons here. This is for opening the car's hood. And then if you go there, you have your brake pedal, dead pedal, and your gas pedal. And then if you come up, you can see your tilt and telescopic steering. And if you quickly take a view to the car's exterior mirror, I can get that closer and I can get that outwards, whichever one you want. That's cool. And then if we come to this side, we can't do it for this side, but you can turn on the lights and turn that off. And then if you look at on this side as well, it does the same thing for either sides. It just extends both of them. Then you have this massive place where you can put your hand while you're driving. Then you have the big door handle. Then you have the window openers and the exterior mirror controls. Then you have the wooden treatment, the little storage areas. You have the car's memory seats, speakers, and then you have the storage areas. Now let's turn the car off because we're pretty much done. And then just look how sturdy everything is on this car. So, Tundra. I know nobody asked me for reviewing the Tundra, but I still did because this is the car that's very popular in America, North America, and the Middle East. This car is the best looking of all of them, and it's the biggest one because the Tacoma, that is the smaller version of the Tundra. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to Red Hill Toyota for providing this car, and thanks to Sam. If you need any car, come here and then you can talk to Sam. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.